How's it going, everybody? Mask here, and we have an event just going live. There's been a lot of people, a lot of rumors on what new duelist is going live with this event. Like I'm pretty sure it's been data mined. That's Mokuba, and I'm so pumped for it. But let's check this out. 1.5 times experience going live. Test your skills with ranked duels. Weekly reward will be 100 gems. You play 5 ranked duels. That's cool. That's cool. What do we got? What do we got? Mokuba! You know what? It's no fun just being a spectator. I'll join Duel Links and fight too because Mokuba isn't scared of anybody. Huh? Hey, Roland! Sir, what is it, Mr. Mokuba? What is with this deck? I told you to load it. I told you to load it with a bunch of powerful cards. Correct, sir. Mr. Settle gave me different instructions. Mokuba wants to be a duelist, he can acquire cards on his own. Shucks. See, recommendation Mr. Settle, allow Mokuba access to the Blue Eyes data. For real, that's my bro's the best. And one more thing. If you're a duelist, I'll show you no mercy like the rest of these pins. Oh man. Corp's Vice President. Photo Dragon, I'll give him this card. Dark Flare Dragon, or maybe even this card. Mokuba and Mokuba Kaiba in the Duel World. Duel World, Duel exclusive rewards, details on the event, here we go. Check out the cards themselves in a bit. Not appear at the gate? No, it's not. Oh, no. He won't appear at the gate, so he is just appearing in the Duel World. Not the kind of event I was hoping this was. Alright, so Mokuba's not a playable character. Which is a little bit, I mean, obviously most of us were super hyped up. I know they never really told us there was going to be a new playable character, but we totally wanted it to be. Anyhow, let's check out his cards. We got Mokuba Kaiba here. I got level 30 up. Apparently, by the looks of it, level 30 is going to be harder to farm than 40. Dark Flare Dragon, 5-star, 2400. You can special summon this card by banishing a light and dark monster from your graveyard. Ooh, that's an easy special summon. Once per turn, you can send a Dragon-type monster from your hand and one from your deck to the graveyard. Then target one card in either graveyard and banish it. Interesting. So it's a quick mill, but there's a lot of rebirth. For example, Red Eye Spirits that bring things back from the graveyard. This could have synergy with, and it's very easily summoned by banishing a light and a dark monster from your graveyard, which is really cool. Divine Dragon, Apocryph. Once per turn, you can discard one card, then target one Dragon-type monster in your graveyard and add that target to your hand. And Divine Dragon, was it? No, that one card, that one Divine Dragon card that buffed itself did not have to do with, it had to do with its own self in the graveyard only, not just Divine Dragons. But, okay, so you can cycle cards back to the graveyard with it. I don't see it jumping into a deck anytime soon. You can special summon one Dragon-type monster from your hand. You cannot special summon monsters except Dragon-type monsters, nor conduct your battle phase. Turn you activate this effect. If this card is sent to the graveyard, you can special summon one Dragon-type monster from your hand. Except Dragon-type monsters, nor conduct your battle phase the turn you activate this effect. You can only use this effect of Komodo Dragon once per turn. If it's sent to the graveyard, oh, so that even counts as a tribute. If you tribute over Komodo Dragon, you can then special summon a monster from your hand. Special summon an extra Dragon-type monster from your hand. That's actually pretty good. Cool. Beacon of White. You do not conduct if you do not control another Beacon of White and you have 3 or more Blue Eyes monsters in your graveyard, target one of them, special summon it, but it has its effects negated. Also, equip it with this card. When this card leaves the field, banish the equipped monster. Other monsters you control cannot attack. All other monsters you control cannot attack. Also, if you have any number of Blue Eyes monsters in your graveyard, the equipped monster can attack up to that number of times during each battle phase. What? What? You control another beacon of white, and you have 3 or more Blue Eyes monsters in your graveyard. Target one of them. So if you polymerization out a Blue Eyes ultimate over 3 Blue Eyes, you could then instantly bring one of them back. The rest of your monsters can't attack, but then that Blue Eyes would be able to attack twice. Interesting. Advanced draw. Tribute one face-up level 8 or higher monster you control and draw 2 cards. Yeah, cool. You do lose a lot at tributing any level 8 or higher monster off the field. And the cost is tribute, and then it would obviously have a chance to react to this and then get to draw the 2. Lava Dragon. 4-star 1600 dragon. You can tribute this face-up defense position card. Face-up defense position card, so that's a hard requirement to meet. You have to set it, or you'd have to. It would be the turn after you play in attack mode. Special summon 2 level 3 or lower dragon type monsters, 1 from your hand and 1 from your graveyard. That is really cool if you can get through there. So it's an 1800 with Mountain. You can get it through its 1 turn pretty easily. And then you get to tribute and special summon 2 level 3 or lower dragon type monsters. I have to go through the level 3s again and see what is good. I guess this guy keeps going, right? So we have Divine Dragon Ragnarok, 1500 4-star vanilla dragon. Dragon's Rage. During battle between an attacking dragon type monster you control and a defense position monster. Does it do piercing? Yep. So all dragons do piercing damage. Continuous spell. A D-Tribe. All monsters on your side of the field are treated as dragon types until the end of this turn. All monsters treated as dragon types. Interesting. I mean, I'm trying to figure out what kind of a deck you'd run it in that wasn't already a dragon deck. Anyhow? The Dragon's B. Discard 1 card from your hand, negate the effect of a trap card that targets 1 face-up dragon type monster, and destroy the trap card. So it's a trap. Continuous Trap Jammer. Okay. Continuous Trap Jammer. And the rest of these are going to be repeats. You know what? It's definitely not the best event, specifically card-wise, but the cards that Mokuba are dropping aren't the entire spotlight at the moment either. So they have added 5 levels to every single legendary duelist, which was great because I had every one of my duelists maxed out. So now we're going to have to go on an adventure and check out all the new cards. We have I'm going to butcher so much of this too. Van Dalgan, the Dark Dragon Lord. You negate the activation of opponent's spell or trap card. If you negate the activation of opponent's spell or trap card or cards, or opponent's monster effects with a counter trap card, except during the damage step, you can special summon this card from your hand. If summoned this way, activate these effects and resolved in sequence, depending on the type of card or cards negated by the counter trap. Spell, inflict 1500 damage to your opponent. Trap, target 1 card your opponent controls, destroy that target monster, target 1 monster in your graveyard, special summon it. That's insane. So you counter a spell card. Inflict 1500 damage to your opponent. And you get a 2800, 2500. Special summoned from your hand onto the field. Oh dear. Sorcerer of Dark Magic. Looks like a Dark Magician to me. Sorcerer of Dark Magic. Cannot be normal summoned or set. Must be special summoned from your hand by tributing 2 level 6 or higher spellcaster type monsters. And cannot be special summoned by any other way. During either player's turn when a trap card is activated, you can negate the activation, and if you do, destroy it. This card must be face up on the field to activate and to resolve this effect. So it's a permanent Trap Jammer. Tribute 2 level 6 or higher spellcaster type monsters, and you have a permanent on the field Trap Jammer. All traps, just boom, done. Wow. That is cool. But you do have to sack 2 level 6 or higher spellcaster type monsters. But I'm thinking, is it special summoned? It is. I wonder if it has anti-trap farming potential. That's where I'll be taking a look at that card. Of course, PvP. I mean, shutting down traps is going to be huge at any time. Level 36 is a UR gem. That's kind of disappointing, but we're getting 450 gems. Looks like, and those gem slots should be the same on every character. Okay, so we have Majesty with Majesty with Eyes of Blue. It's a quick play spell card. Send a Blue Eyes monster from your hand to the deck From your hand or deck to the graveyard, then target one face-up monster on the field. It cannot attack while it is face-up on the field. You can only activate one Majesty with Blue Eyes per turn. Now, being a quick play spell card, I've already thought about this one potentially being able to chain to the effect of Vanguard of the Dragon, discarding a Blue Eyes already, and maybe perhaps being able to double up on it. I have to check out how that interaction works. But I don't know. It's kind of a hard one to take advantage of because you don't really want monsters just stuck on the field without being able to attack anyway, because they're still blocking you from attacking the opponent directly. Blue Eyes Shining Dragon. I can't believe this is in the game. Oh, this card is fantastic. Cannot be normal summoned or set. Must be special summoned by tribute one Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon, and cannot be special summoned other ways. Card gains 300 attack for each Dragon-type monster in your graveyard during either player's turn. When a card or effect is activated that targets this card, except during the damage step, you can negate it. So it just comes out. It's immune to all effects. It can only die from battle, and it is well, it starts off as a Blue Eyes, but it'll quickly get much stronger. Because if you have a Blue Eyes Ultimate in your graveyard, you probably had 3 Blue Eyes and the Blue Eyes Ultimate to get this guy out in the field. That's 3, 6, 9, 12. Almost as strong as Blue Eyes Ultimate, right then and there. But Blue Eyes Shining Dragon, oh my gosh. This card's kind of just a big giant meme. Moving on, we got Joey. Joey's level 38 is Copycat. Damn! When this card is summoned, target one face-up monster your opponent controls. This card's attack and defense become equal to that monster's original attack and defense. We saw this in the Pegasus event. Copycat. That's sweet. Blue Flame Swordsman. Once per turn during either player's battle phase, you can target one other warrior-type monster you control. This card loses exactly 600 attack, and if it does, that monster gains 600 attack. When this card you control is destroyed by your opponent's card by battle or effect, sent to the graveyard, you can banish this card from your graveyard, then target one fire warrior-type monster in your graveyard and special summon it. Whoa! It's banished to use the effect though. Once per turn during either player's battle phase, you can target one of the warrior-type monsters you control. This card you can play this card, drop it by 600 attack, buff a warrior-type monster, and then do it again at the beginning of your opponent's battle phase. And that's actually huge. This card can pump a warrior by 1200 after dropping it. Damn! I guess that's why we only have access to one. Drop this on the field, all of a sudden, boom, your Gear Freed is 3k by the time you're done with this card, and then your opponent kills it off, which is fine, because then you've got a 3k Gear Freed on the field. Blue Flame Swordsman. Wonder that 600 pumping, we only have access to one, so it'd be hard to abuse in other ways, but that's still a pretty nice card. My Valentine, Amazoness trainee, awesome. She's the one who, yeah, you return cards to the bottom of the deck instead of going to the graveyard, and every time you kill a monster, gains 200 attack. That's cool. It's like a miniature Millennial Scorpion. Of course, with the cards going to the bottom of the deck, they bypasses a lot of effects of monster cards going to the graveyard. Amazoness Paladin, a 4-star that gains 100 for each Amazoness monster you control. This is actually an 1800 300 because it would buff itself, and then of course you could get it up to a 2k 300 if you had 3 Amazoness on the field. Not as strong in our 3-card format, but still a decent card. 4-star. Okay, Taya, what you got? Dark Burning Attack. If you control a Dark Magician Girl monster, destroy all face-up monsters your opponent controls. That's nuts. What the actual F? Why are we getting this card? What? Are you kidding me? And they haven't nerfed that the Dark Magician 3-star emotion yet. This is insane. What? I don't know how I feel about that. That's nuts. Mystic Walk. Tribute a monster. Select either its attack or defense and gain that many life points. Okay, pretty straightforward. Not bad. It's a quick play spell card. Got Weevil. Insect Armor with Laser Cannon. Okay, was that the second one? Had we had access to that card already? We had, yes. Insect type monster gains 700 attack. Now that's just getting pretty beefy, especially now that we have access to 2 of that. Equip cards really haven't found their way into the meta too much yet, though. It's too much of a loss when they die on you. I think that's the big problem with them. DNA Surgery. Activate this card by declaring one monster type. All face-up monsters in the field become that type. I could see its uses. But I don't know. I mean, you could combo it with the bug spray and kill everything on the field instantly. Aside from that, I'm really not sure. Rex has Jurak Tyrannus. You contribute one dinosaur-type monster to have this card gain 500 attack permanently. When this card destroys an opponent's monster by battle and sends it to the graveyard, this card gains 200 attack. Damn! But is it tribute? You can tribute a dinosaur, so you'd have to actually summon it. You wouldn't use the tribute one so much, but it is gaining 300 attack, and I guess if you really needed to, you could tribute. And the Black Terra card, Black P-E-R-A. Remember that card having something like, if this card's used in a tribute, return it to your hand. That could be interesting. I'm not quite sure if it's I don't remember if it's a dinosaur or not though. Probably, but that card comboed with this could get pretty nuts, pretty fast. Oh, that was only the first one from Rex, right? Awesome. Fossil Dig. Okay, we've seen Fossil Dig. Add one level 6 or lower dinosaur monster from your deck to your hand. It's just a search card for a level 6 or lower dino. It'd work pretty well in beatdown decks though. That sometimes we use beatdown-esque farming decks when you're just trying to prevent tribute summons as the only real threat of the deck. That can just be another searcher. Get our dinos out more reliably. Mako. You got Mako. Beautiful Princess. When this card is normal or special summoned, you can banish this card. Special summon one level 4 or lower fish type monster from your deck, except Beautiful Princess. You can only use this effect once per turn. Okay, so you play this card, sack it, and get to pull any 4-star monster or lower fish type monster from your deck. So it's like a searching card as well as a, but it's a hand-picked, it's a Destiny Draw-esque search card, which could really get some diversity. And like, if you need to pull a Yomi ship, boom, got it. You need to pull Hammer Shark, boom, got it. I like this, and it's when it's normal or special summon. So if you could proc this off of Hammer Shark as well. That's pretty cool. This card fits into that Mako beatdown deck gloriously. You play Hammer Shark, you special summon this, and you get to hand pick out of your deck anything else that you want, including another Hammer Shark. That's pretty nice. And we got Fish Depth Charge. Tribute one fish monster to target one card on the field, destroy that target, and if you do, draw one card. Damn, this is like a order to charge on steroids. I heard, what did I hear someone, it's a fish to charge, but it's on steroids. You also get to draw a card. Yo, Majored 56. Welcome to the channel, buddy. Thanks for the follow. Fish to charge. And you draw a card. That is wicked, because it kind of, order to charge is -1 typically, and that makes up for it. Alright, Bakura's giving us another Goblin Zombie, which is great. Dark Ruler Hades. No. What? Not be special summoned from the graveyard. Negate the effects of monsters destroyed by battle with Fiend type monsters you control. Nice. Dark Ruler Hades. I could see farming potential perhaps if there's lots of effect monsters destroyed by battle, but it's like it's kind of like a lesser version of Angel 07, but Angel 07 also blocks your own monsters' card effects being destroyed by battle, and all of your own card effects. And I guess this only negates effects of monsters destroyed by battle with Fiend type monsters you control. So it's very specific, but still kind of cool. Definitely nowhere near my top of the list of new cards coming out. 7 completed. Very straightforward. 700 attack or defense. That's our first actual access to the card itself, right? Though that is pretty crazy. So that is going to really, because a lot of machine decks already surfacing, especially since the World Championship qualifiers, and that's going to be a pretty big buff for them. No. Holy crap, time machines in the game. When one monster is destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, special summon that monster on to the same side of the field it was on, in the same battle position it was when it was destroyed. This could fit in absolutely an insane number of decks. Except it is destroyed by battle, so it's a monster that was weak enough to be destroyed by battle in the first place, but instantly it fits in, well, I guess it only fits in a mill deck as well as Regretful Rebirth already did. And Regretful Rebirth kind of started to see less and less play in mill decks because we had access to so many other great cards. But Time Machine is crazy. It's actually just insane. It's such a powerful card. I'm thinking of 3-star emotion decks. Like anytime there's a lot of big monsters in the game that can only be destroyed after being like econned into defense or something, and then boom, this will bring them right back. At least I'm glad we only have one Time Machine. But it's not going to get too crazy until they give us access to more. Drag Down into the Grave. This is on Ishizu. Level 38. Both players reveal their hands and choose one card from their opponent's hand. When you discard, then you discard the chosen cards from both players' hands. Then both players draw a card. Whoa. That's pretty crazy and interesting. Kind of equally as, I guess you controlling this card, you at least know which cards you could potentially discard, have to get stuck discarding. Maybe it's a card that you want to discard, then you also get to see your opponent's hand and discard a card out of it. Information is winning, and of course if you're the one controlling this card, you're knowing what cards you're letting them see. They didn't know that though. So I actually could see it coming in useful. Is if you had a deck that had a lot of discard to the graveyard synergy and you already wanted to put a card there, then you get to see your opponent's hand, figure out what they're up to. That's always good, and that card at least cycles itself. Although it's a free +1 for your. Oh, I guess it doesn't necessarily. You have to discard and draw, so it is a +1 and card advantage to your opponent. But you get to know every single card that they control, which is pretty powerful information. Medora. This card gains 200 attack for each fairy type monster in your graveyard. Damn. Already thinking of Venus decks, 200, that's one full Venus cycle plus a dead Venus. This card would be 2300, 1800. Okay, this card pretty much has a spot in every single deck that runs fairies. Boom. I'm thinking Venus right off the bat being the most competitive deck. This thing is a huge beater in a Venus deck. It doesn't have OTC synergy though, which you usually like to have with your off beaters in a Venus deck because you run it of the Shine Balls before you run it of your OTCs typically. That's a pretty powerful card though. Let's see what they're giving us on Odeon. Regulation of Tribe. Select one type of monster. Any monster of the selected type cannot attack. Keep this card in effect, you must offer one monster on your side of the field as tribute at each of your own standby phases. If you cannot, this card is destroyed. Interesting. I mean, this combo with Jam Breeding Machine is an infinite one type of monster can't attack, but I can't, immediately I kind of see more farming potential perhaps with decks that are all one type of monster than PvP, but I suppose it at least stops an attack for one turn, but it is one type of monster, and there's not a whole lot of decks that run. I guess there kind of is though. There certainly is enough decks that run all similar types, but yeah, definitely not on the top of my list so far. Magic Planter. Select one face-up continuous trap card you control to the graveyard. Draw 2 cards. Send one. Draw 2 cards. Like you're losing this card and the trap card to draw 2. I see the point of cycling. I guess if there's a continuous trap card, a lot of continuous trap cards in a deck, and you know you don't need them after you activate them, which doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. But it's a so-so one. I'm pretty hype about the fact that we're getting 450 gems per person as well. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 standard duelists times 450 gems. I didn't sleep enough to even attempt that one in my head. 6,300 gems were released today, right across all the characters, which is insane. That's actually really awesome. 6,300 gems got released to everybody today. Mimicat, there it is. You control a Toon World and a Toon Monster. Target one card in your opponent's graveyard. If it's a monster, special summon to your side of the field. Or if it's a spell or trap card, set it on your side of the field. You can only activate one Mimicat per turn. This card is crazy. Crazy in a Toon World deck. You do have to control Toon World and a Toon Monster, but that card is just insane. Toon Kingdom. When this card is activated, banish 3 cards from the top of your deck face down. This card's name becomes Toon World. While in the field zone, your opponent cannot target Toon monsters you control with card effects if a Toon monster you control would be destroyed by battle or card effect. Whoa. And they can't be targeted anyhow. Battle or card effect, you can banish 1 card from the top of your deck face down for each of those monsters instead. That is actually insane. You could attack into a monster, they pop a mirror wall, your guy's about to die. It doesn't have a clause with the damage step here, so you could even do it in the damage step. And boom, your guy just doesn't die. That's nuts. And of course, immune to all card effects. All of a sudden your Toon monsters are just insane. Toon Kingdom is so crazy. This is actually going to come in as one of, pending Toon decks being able to be viable. They are getting Mimicat and Toon Kingdom. This card is going to be nuts in a Toon deck. Well, obviously you'd only run it in a Toon deck, but that is crazy and awesome. And last but not least, the Paradox Brothers. We have Anti. Each player reveals 1 card from their hand. If one card is higher level than the other, the card with the lower level is sent to the graveyard, and the player who revealed it takes 1,000 damage. Non-monster cards are treated as level 0. So you would want to reveal the highest card because you don't want to send your lowest card to the graveyard and take 1,000 damage. Wow. That's so random though. If the one card is higher level than the other, the card with the lower level is sent to the graveyard, and non-monster cards are level 0. Interesting. I guess the person playing the card can control it enough that you could have perhaps a high level monster. Lost Guardian, you could probably run that. You could potentially run that in a 3-star emotion deck. Just sniping one of the cards out of your opponent's hand. Play it, you're pretty much guaranteed your opponent's gonna have lower leveled monsters and take 1,000 damage. The card advantage goes 1/1. Your opponent loses card tempo and 1,000 life points. It's not bad. Lost Guardian, 4 stars. The original defense of this card equals the number of your banished rock-type monsters times 700. Whoa. That only takes 3 banished rock-type monsters to have this drop as a 2100. You put this in a Mega Rock deck, and this card is pumping. It'd be like 5k defense. You could drop this right after dropping Mega Rock and have a 10k defense card. The original, so it's when you summon it, I believe. Oh no, it equals, so it's constantly changing. As long as you have a ton of banished rock-type monsters, this card just gets beefier and beefier every time you banish more. That's what I take in from that. Interesting. It's a solid wall that would pretty much have to be affected over not too long after summoning it, and it has to be a card effect to kill it. And I also see, I don't know, I guess probably not a whole lot of farming potential with it. It'll take a little while to get going. Now, out of all the new cards, is my favorite. I'm gonna have to say one of the most powerful ones, certainly Dark Burning Attack. Certainly Dark Burning Attack. That's gonna do some crazy work. And then Mako has Beautiful Princess and Fish Depth Charge, both which are gonna be really powerful cards. Not a whole other ones, although the memory's gonna be a little lackluster at the moment because we are very tired. But not a whole lot of these other ones have really stuck out. Mako's, Bakura's was so-so. Bandit Keith gave us the 7 completed, which is quite strong. Time Machine, oh, Time Machine's right up there, and a Shizu's Medora are definitely some of the best cards that have dropped from this event. And let's just take a quick glance at the news. Obviously, we have event survey, character cap was increased, and Mokuba, which is going to be a YuGiOh-esque event. Yes, I'm just as kind of butthurt about it as you guys. I have a terrible track record with the YuGiOh event. Let's hope it's more like the Super Joey. They seem to have fixed. The spawn rate was quite generous on the Super Joey event, which is great. And yeah, anyhow. Definitely this is level 30 Mokuba. We're definitely going to work on a farming deck for it before I go ahead and duel it. And look forward to the level 30 and level 40 farming decks going live, guys. And I'm really going to try to release both veteran player and beginner friendly farming versions for Mokuba during this event. But thanks for checking this out, guys. Come check us out on stream. We're planning on streaming later today after I sleep, wake up, and have something to eat. That's twitch.tv/MasKScarin. Check out the Discord link down below the channel. Come hang out in Discord. We have a blast there. That's where we build decks together. We got a great community going in the Discord channel. But as always, guys, stay classy.